Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your April 2000 love message reading. Hi, my name is Andi. I am still very new to YouTube. This is my 4th month here on the platform and I'm so excited. This has just been so much fun and I am really stoked to get onto your message for the month of April. It is already feeling like spring and I can't even get over it. Like I'm filming at the end of March right now and the sun is just filtering through my window and it looks so beautiful. And I've been out going for runs lately and it's been so great. So I'm very happy and I'm just feeling really like I have a lot of energy and I just want to share that. So yeah, let's get started. So I just wanted to make it known that in my previous videos, I've been doing reversals. I'm not going to read reversals for this one. I'm kind of seeing how it goes. I kind of feel like I'm still going to bring in the energies of positive and negative, but I'm not going to full on go with like a reversal, if that makes sense. Anyway, it's just how I'm feeling guided towards doing the readings going forward. So I'm going to try it that way. And to get your full spectrum, please remember to take a peek at your sun, moon, and rising signs. That will give you a better picture of what's to unfold for you during this month. And let's see, let's get into it. I'm excited to see what's in store. So I'm using the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise, Linn, to get an overall energy for the month of April. So this is for Cancer. Everything's been cleared. All the decks are cleared and shuffled. I just do a reshuffle to get the particular cards. So Cancer, what is going on in your love situation for the month of April? We have rejuvenating rain, clear the past, and heal the present. Even as I've been talking, like, I know I've done a couple of readings already today, and so my voice is a little bit funny, but I was just sort of feeling this very, almost like a watery sense. And you know what? You're a water sign, so I mean, that could also have something to do with it, but I definitely got this feeling of just kind of like a watery, undulating, but very almost methodical kind of sense, even just starting off. So clearing the past, healing the present. Let's see what the underside of the deck is going to tell us. Oh, okay. So far away places, get ready for new horizons. And that to me seems to make perfect sense. You may or may not be physically going somewhere, but because you are on this, in a place of healing, so releasing what no longer serves you, to allow your healing to take place and to be present for it. And so that's going to get you ready for this like new beginning. But this one, I mean, it does entail that there's travel involved. So there's a possibility of you traveling or meeting somebody somewhere else. There's always those possibilities. But get ready for new horizons. And I feel like that's what we really need to drive home right now as you're sitting in your place of healing. Okay, so let's see, Cancer, what your energy is in this love situation. What is your energy specifically in this love situation for the month of April 2023 for Cancer? Obstacles and challenges. So it feels like you are currently putting one foot in front of the other and you are making way for like good things to come. It's like you're kind of jumping hurdles, or you're getting over things, jumping hurdles, getting over things. Like you're letting things kind of go now, which does make sense if you're actually working on clearing the past. kind of want to clarify that though. Can I get another card for Gemini to clarify obstacles and challenges? What kind of obstacles and challenges are, this one it's feeling strong. Okay, so basically, this says solitude. It might do you a world of a good to do some meditations. Now, your meditations don't have to actually just be sitting there in the stillness and the silence and just kind of, you know, if that doesn't work for you, but taking some time to go inward and reflect on you inside yourself to really work through whatever blocks are coming up for you at this time. But it feels like it's almost like you need that time of solitude and reflection to figure out what they are and how to move through them. It's like, it's almost, to me, it's sort of saying with that star in the book that it's like, you know what to do. You've got the knowledge inside of you to enable yourself to move past what's currently blocking you, currently obstructing your path. Okay, let's see what your love connection, what your person's energy is in this love situation. What is Cancer's person's energy in this connection? What is their energy in this connection? What is their energy in this connection? Wow. Triumphant success. It feels like they are either coming out of a place of their own fears, or that they view you as a triumphant success. But either way, this is their energy in the situation as it is right now. This is a new beginning. It's getting ready for new horizons, right? Bum-ba-da-bum. That's what it's feeling like. Like, yes, we're starting something new. We've got this. And it's like, that's the underlying piece that kind of brings it all together. But you're currently in this space of making room for that. You're currently making room for this new horizon. So this is telling me you already know what you're doing. You are currently on the path to doing that. Does that make sense? Because that's feeling right to me. Okay. And I apologize if you do hear any sirens. I live close to an ambulance dispatch and sometimes they get a little bit loud right now, but let's see. Let's see what blockages were in the past position for this connection. Oh, Cancer, that popped out right away. Okay, so maybe you were feeling, this is to me a very joyful and compassionate card of love. So it's not saying to me that, you know, you've been doing anything wrong. It's possibly that you've been overgiving in your past relationships. And maybe you have been struggling to understand why that hasn't worked out for you. But I'm also getting this sense of like, it's not a wrong thing to give. And you want to give appropriately, but perhaps you have been overgiving. Can I get a clarifier for the Ace of Cups, please? Clarifier for the Ace of Cups for Cancer. Clarifier for the Ace of Cups for Cancer. Oh, the cards are everywhere. Cards are everywhere. Okay. Clarifier, please, for the Ace of Cups. King of Pentacles. So come on. You are absolutely building this love. You're building this connection, and you're giving your all into it. That's what you do. You know, and you can't help that. That's just a part of who you are. I'm getting the sense of you're being unapologetic for that. That you give and you love giving. Perhaps that's your love language. A giver of your time, your energy, your affection. And also your finances too. It looks like you're sitting in a really good place and you want to share. Perhaps that's you've been taken advantage of before. Because all of this feels beautiful to me, but perhaps you've been taken advantage of with your giving. And that's why you've been feeling, you know, some obstacles or obstructions that, you know, have been standing in your way. You're kind of going, I'm doing all the right things. I love what I'm doing, and this hasn't worked out for me. And I think that's why you're going inside to kind of figure out a balance and how you can still continue to be yourself and be this beautiful person who loves to give. But I think it needs to be with the right person. Okay. Let's see what your person's past position is. Whoa, that flew. Did you see that? Holy. Oh, wow. Okay. So, to me, again, this is another, it's a card of, it's a beginning, it's enlightenment. I think perhaps this person wasn't enlightened. Maybe prior to meeting you or prior to this stage of life for them. And they're feeling like this is like, I know that this is a wand and this is a sword, but it feels like it's both like a staff of some kind, of power. And I don't know why I'm saying dignity, but in my head I'm hearing that. So there's quite possibly something to do with that there, but there's definitely a deep spiritual connection here, and it's so it gives me the sense that prior to meeting you or being in a connection with you, they were not enlightened. And this has given them this kind of this wisdom, this knowledge, that they are on a new horizon. It's feeling very inward to me. It really is. And so I'm curious about that then. Can I get a clarifier for the Queen of Wands, please? Okay. 2 flew out. I had the 9 of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So there was definitely some frustration, some anxiety, some kind of place of I don't want to say nightmare, but just like this person was not evolved, not advanced, and they were in a place of being held prisoner, I want to say, they were being held, stuck, prisoner by choices, and it was like they would wake up at night with this like gripping in their heart, you know, just like it was like, I think they needed to make a different choice, needed to make different choices, and had a do-over, made a different choice. It was like the choice that they had been like laboring on, wanting to make. It was, I'm getting the sense that other people were perhaps involved or not approving of whatever, or they were anxious that whatever choice that they wanted to make for themselves, other people would not approve of. Does that make sense? And it's like, then they decided to take that risk and make that decision for themselves and plant the seed and start to grow that seed. And in that, they've had success. And in that, they found enlightenment. So that's does sound to me exactly like what their path and their process was, like maybe just prior to meeting you. Maybe it was like meeting you and making a move forward with you was that choice. Let's see what you're thinking about this situation currently. Okay, so we've got the 2 of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. So there was something that you weren't quite seeing, like there was a bit of conflict. You weren't exactly seeing the way forward. Like something was a bit shrouded. There was a bit of a fear, I think, involved. And that's normal, I think, that you would have that fear because you have been, you know, taken advantage of in the past and you want to give. So you're giving again. You want to. This is something that you enjoy. This is who you are. And so you're going to essentially, you know, water this plant and grow this seed into a flower. You want to put that effort in because giving compassion and love to you is natural. It's natural, but you've recognized now how much to give to who. I think that that's where you were struggling in your overgiving. And now you've discovered when you have that connection with someone and you kind of know the difference now between, let's say, a dopamine rush and a true connection. That's when you can start to give. And it's like you're giving little bits at a time now, and it's like you're kind of watching yourself, and so you've grown in this. Like you're able to kind of figure it out on yourself, with yourself, and I think this person knows that, and they've felt that deeper connection with you as well, which is why they were able to also take that risk or make that decision and, you know, plant the seed with you and start to grow a life together. Like, and, you know, and even just, it's like, yes, you're so willing to start that beginning. Whereas, you know, you were kind of baby steps in this, like a curiosity, like, do I put in this much? And put a little bit more in? And then this person was going 100%, yes, I'm taking this risk, and I'm going to, it's like, I'm going to receive your gift, and I'm going to receive it in kind, and I'm going to give back to you. So now you're seeing the fruits in that. Yeah, what a beginning. Okay, what is your person thinking in this connection now? What is your person thinking in this connection now? What is your person thinking in this connection now, Cancer? What is your person thinking in this connection now? Ah, Two of Pentacles. Okay. Well, they're giving and receiving just exactly like I was mentioning before. They're giving and receiving. They can multitask that. This is a person who feels like, you know, they're on top of the world now with you. They've got it made. And it's like they understand that. They've now know the kind of connection that they want. And they want it with you. That's why they're giving back in the way that you need. So Cancer, what do you desire from this connection? What do you desire? What is the future outcome of this? What is the future outcome of this? What is the future outcome of this connection? Cancer. 9 of Pentacles. So basically, just, I love that this blue bird is sitting on her finger, because to me that's intuition, and it feels like you've always kind of like almost from the moment go, oh, because this person's wearing a blue dress. So this gorgeous sense of intuition is really strong in me right now. That when you come together, it's just you're going to know how much to give to this person, and putting in, you know, those little bits at a time and reaping bits at a time. It's like this is a beautiful connection. It's fruitful, it's abundant, it's prosperous. I mean, you've got the King of Pentacles here, and the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, you have the Ace of Cups as well, but all of these things tell me that this is a connection that's really based on putting in work and being mindful of each other. I'm really getting that sense of being mindful of each other because you've done the work on yourself. And what does your person, feel for the, okay. This has been a big transformation for them. I mean, they've come out of a time of grief, pretty much, of anxieties, and I think that other people were involved in this, that perhaps they had strong opinions about this person's life, and so it made them afraid to want to take a leap with you, but they did, and they made that choice, whatever that happened to be. If it was, did they have to move? Did they have to give up a job? Whatever that decision happened to be, it really kind of rocked their world. There was a transformation. They had to kind of replant themselves, but in that they knew that this was the beginning that they actually wanted with you. And it's the Nine of Pentacles. It's now you've harvested and you're sitting in this intuitively almost guided connection that's absolute success. And it's like you feel so grateful that you've been able to clear the past and make way for this healed present, because you went inside, you did your work, and you knew exactly what you needed to do to get through this. And it's just like this beautiful working connection. I feel like all of the readings I've had today have just been absolutely gorgeous connections. Whereas like the month prior, there was actually a couple months, it felt like there was a lot of like healing and work involved, and they seemed a little strained. And yes, there was some union, but I feel like the readings I've done today have all been so beautiful, and Cancer, yours is no exception. So this feels like it's a newer connection because you felt like, you've really had to start fresh with this. You're taking what you've learned from your overgiving, and you're now kind of like, giving little bits at a time, taking little bits at a time. And yeah, it's just turned out so well for both of you and in this connection. So I'm just going to get little messages from the Love Over Oracle from Andromeda Skies about maybe what you'd like to say to your person regarding this. Oh, you know what? One second. I'm going to get a message from the fairies first, and then I'll do some messages. What do the fairies have to say about this connection for Cancer? Wow. Oh, okay. So you've got the Piper. This is like leading the way. Kind of, it was like there was some manipulation involved. Like there was, I want to say a charlatan, somebody who was pretending to be something that they're not, and you were kind of blindly following. And I think this is the fairies saying that, you know what, you're not doing that anymore. You've learned those lessons, and you've put that to rest, you've put that to bed, that you're going to be your own leader now. That's interesting. Okay. Now, how about we do messages? I'm getting this really, it's almost like a plane inside me. Like it's just like this vast expanse of like a plane. And it does feel very vast inside myself. So to me, it just, I'm getting the sense that you've really done your healing work. Like you're in this place of the rejuvenating rain. Wow, it's almost like I'm almost struggling to speak right now because there's this, oh, maybe it's just, and also going inside because I just feel like the stillness is kind of like encompassing. But let's get a message from you. What would you like to say to your person, this new person coming in? I am intimidated by you. How very interesting. Why would you be intimidated? Can I get another? I'm so sorry. I feel like these are different messages coming through. It's like, I feel like you were sorry about what you've done. Not like what you've done, but like it's almost like you want to tell the people in your past a message. That I'm getting I'm getting a very funny feeling of like there's somebody else still around that you almost had to kind of let go and move away from, and you're saying like I'm so sorry, like, you know, I've kind of learned the error of my ways, and that like you were giving too much in this relationship that person was taking from more than willingly, more than happily to take from you, and it was draining you, and you're just kind of like you're moving on from that. So I think that's why when you meet this new person who is in a very good place, I think you're just feeling like a little overwhelmed. Not in a bad way. This doesn't feel any which way like, oh my gosh, you're too much for me, but just like you almost didn't expect this person to come in, right? And that's why I think you're really able to go slower this time and put to action, you know, what you've basically learned, to plant the seeds and nurture them slowly, because you are so aware of the connection and what the possibilities are for your future. So that's really quite special. And what would your person like to say to you, Cancer? What would your person like to say to you? What would Cancer's person like to say? What message would they like to give? There was someone interfering in our relationship. Yes, there was. One person, multiple people, whether it was an ex, whether it was a family member, friend, there was interference, and that's why that's why it was hard for them to make that decision to be with you. And I mean, they're certainly glad that they did. So Cancer, I'm really, really excited for you that you've been able to, help clear the things in your life that no longer serve you, so that you're able to move forward on this clearer path into this new horizon. And again, this could be a physical thing where either you are moving, but it feels like somebody almost had to move. And it also feels like there was that inward, like this is your new horizon with this person. You know what I mean? So get ready, because I think it's coming at you. I'm actually quite curious. Can I get a time frame for when this person is coming? Ooh. So I would say very shortly, within like the next full moon. Like this person is looking out towards, the full moon, or sorry, looking out towards like the horizon. Very shortly. It's in the very near future. So I would say within the month. I'm just getting this sense of like by the next full moon. So it could be about 2 weeks. Interesting. All right, Cancer. This is really exciting. If this resonates for you at all, if there's parts of your story that really connected, please tell me in the comments. I would be so excited, so happy to hear about what's unfolding for you at this time, and if you connected or resonated with any of these messages. Now remember, the whole story doesn't need to be yours, but if you resonated with something strongly in it, then that part of the message was absolutely for you, and I'm keen to hear all about it. So let me know in the comments. And remember to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a bigger picture of your month. And I will see you in May. I'll see you in May. Okay. Take care. Bye now.